Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another fantastic episode of the Basic Blokes Show. It is 2024. It is our first episode. And joining me, as always,
PS2 Fat Boy, a.k.a. Eric. I mean, you know who I am, Eric. Sorry. PS2 Fat Boy. I wrote PS2 Fat Boy on my thing. Is that bad? Should I be doing that, Dom? It's like self-promo. It's self-promoting myself.
Do you
I
know,
just realised that.
I hate to inform you, but we're entering now an age in our life where people don't actually know what a PS2 is.
Yeah, that's scary, isn't it? It's all those Gen Zers.
Yeah.
And what's scary is that Gen Z is going to be the next generation, because isn't there another generation coming up around this year? Yeah, sorry. Also, Happy New Year to everybody, and thank you for all your support on TikTok and YouTube and Twitter. To everybody, thank you for supporting me and Dom on Basic Blokes. We appreciate the support. We appreciate the negative and the positive comments. We'll try and comment to all your stuff. We love it. Thank you. Keep hating on us and keep loving us. We love it.
I don't want to hate. You can take the hate.
I'll take the hate because I'm more thick-skinned than you. You bitch.
Wow. Wow.
No, you're beautiful. You're beautiful, man.
This is the first thing he says to me. You're a thin-skinned bitch. And I'm like, oh, wow.
Actually, it's me. Look at me. Pussy whipped. I am.
So, let's kick off the year because it's a new year. We're a little bit older.
Yes, yeah.
And I was going through. In fact, someone made this clickbait video, and he was like, Ninja divorces his wife, and I was like, oh my god, that's awful. Because I always thought, as much as, I always thought they were a bit of a strong power couple, or whatever. And I didn't realize that she stopped being his manager like 2 years ago.
Really? Did not even know that.
Anyway, so there's a few months ago this clip, and it's basically Ninja was using
Gen Z slang.
Gen Z slang.
Word up, fam.
Yep. And the guy that was streaming with him basically said, "Why are you using that? You're too old. You should be speaking a lot more mature." Words to those effect. And it got me thinking. And you are the CEO of all things Older Gamer, so
this proves it.
Right. What are your thoughts on older generations using new generation slang? Do you feel it's a bit cringe?
In a way, maybe if you overuse it, but I'm sure younger generation uses old terms as well, like VHS, Betamax, DVD, Blu-ray. I mean, you know what I mean? They probably use the same terms, and no one says boo about it. So what's the problem with us using Gen Z slang? It's still words combined. So who cares? Like whether you're Gen Z or Gen X or a boomer. I mean, there's this huge thing where people can't use words because you own it? No, you don't know shit. It's fucking English language, unfortunately. So we can say whatever fuck we want.
It makes me laugh because it reminded me of the time, when Leet Speak was all the thing. Where you just you replace numbers and letters. And I remember I was seeing like replacing every single word and so on. I thought, I'm so cool. Look at my elite. And then I have a username. My username, when I first got into proper hardcore gaming, was loser, and it was LZR0R.
Yeah, but it's just look. Who cares if he's using it? Like honestly, you don't own the words. Ninja's cringe anyway, regardless of what he's using. Sorry.
I think Ninja is Marmite. I think you either love him or you hate him.
Look, I'm not a huge fan. I never was, but I admire his determination to be on every fucking platform there is. The man streams like a motherfucker.
Yeah, and creates content. Successful.
Yeah, he has been incredibly successful. And Red Bull loves him.
Yeah, Red Bull and Domino's love him.
Yeah,
I want to take this away from Ninja and expand more into the older gaming sphere, which is something you have a lot of experience and a lot of fan base in. Yep. So let's rip the Band-Aid off. Is there a point where you are too old to game?
No. If you can't pick up control or press buttons on a keyboard, or you can't see shit, and you are not capable of gaming, then it's not your time to probably pack it all in. But as long as you're able to game, there is no age limit. Like if you want to game, if that's your thing to do, at the end of the day, doesn't matter. You want to play some Call of Duty, or you do some role playing, like play some WoW. Doesn't matter what age you are. You can be 15 or 55 playing that stuff. It's up to you, and people shouldn't be telling you how old you. Other people your age group shouldn't be telling you, "Oh, that's for kids," and kids shouldn't be telling you that's for kids. It's not. It's for everyone. Gaming is. Look how many people are out there. Like, you look at the biggest game developers out there. They're in their 40s and 50s, if not nearly close to 60s, making games. You tell them that the gaming is not for them. And where would your gaming would be? Nowhere. So that's my answer.
Why do you think older gamers get so much hate then?
I think it's because it's, I don't know if it's hate. I just think it's a lack of understanding. I think what happens is there's a lot of young people out there who see their mum and dad doing 9 to 5 jobs, don't come home to unwind to Xbox or PC or PlayStation or Nintendo. They might see them doing Candy Crush or something on their phone every now and then, or some tablet games, right? But those kids probably don't see adults playing games very often. They don't have an adult who's brought them into gaming. Whereas a lot of kids, like my kids, don't say boo about it, because I was the one that introduced them into games. I was the one who got them into gaming. I was the one they watched play Xbox, play PlayStation 2. Like, I still remember when my son Tyler was not even 4 years old, he was watching me play Lord of the Rings, and he grabbed the control and he started playing. And when I started playing games with my daughter, she would watch me play games, and then she would sit on my lap and play games with me. That's when they understand that gaming is for everyone, young and old.
Do you not think, though, that there is a lot of negativity coming out with, like, now they've got multi-generational gamers, like kids, like parents come home, they've worked hard, they want to game, etc. The kids see them doing this, and they're not going outside anymore. They're not,
well, that's up to the parents, right? Yes, there's obviously a lot of people who aren't exercising and working out. Look, hell, I'm in that field right now myself, but that's on the individual. That's on the individual. But parents need to be more responsible for it. You can't just blame video games. You got to blame the parenting, right? If the parents aren't saying, "Hey, look, you can play this, but then go outside for a while," it's all about parent control in the end. You can't blame society. It's the parent that needs to sort that shit out. I'm a parent. Like, when my kids would play video games, I'd be going outside playing some cricket with them and catching ball and stuff like that. We had moderation, but all in all, you can blame society, you can blame all that crap that as much as you want. It's up to the parent to do the right thing by their kids and teach them right from wrong.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I do feel like gamers are like one of the most lazy set of individuals on the planet. Like, they are
kids, Gen Zs.
I know. I think adult gamers and I think kid gamers live horrific lifestyles.
We do. We look, man. I'll be the first one to put my hand up, right? Beforehand, like, I would game, but I would work out. But life takes a toll on you, and I started just doing more gaming than working out, and it's put more weight on me. But hopefully, I change all that this year. I need to change things before I get 50. All right. But that is on the individual. You can't blame society all the time. Everyone's pointing the blame, the schools or this or that. All in all, it's up to you to change, not someone else for you to tell you to change. It's up to you to change. You want to change your life, you change it.
Okay. Well, say you're a Twitch streamer and you're streaming 12 hours a day and you realize that you've got this addiction to this. Like, well, how do you fix that?
I've been there. Where I've been doing, like, when COVID hit, mate. When COVID hit and we were sitting there playing games and just streaming, there was nothing to do. Like, couldn't go outside. You couldn't do this. You couldn't do that. So I was streaming long periods of time. I was doing long-ass streams, just gaming. Game, stream. And it got really addictive. But to get off the cold turkey, I had to, like, look at this situation where I come in this stale fart room, piles of rubbish, There was like drink cans and food wrappers and fucking leftover takeaway. It's like, I need to change something. I need to get back into a system or a routine. I can't just, and people relying on you, like people wanting to come and see you because they're so used to seeing you every day for long periods of time. And I was like, I can't do that. I can't. I'm making myself really sick. I'm making myself really ill. I'm tired all the time. I'm grumpy. My stomach is fucking feeling like shit because I'm just pumping it full of fucking garbage. And I just went cold turkey. I just didn't stream for a few days, trying to get out of that rut, trying to do other things, look for other things to do. And it took a while, but, I got back to normal. I mean, it was good. And got back into a normal routine slowly. But you still get in those waves because especially when things start to take off again, you get hooked into it and you're like, oh, and you're like, oh, I'll do a 10, 12-hour stream, and you get hooked into it and you get that buzz, people coming in. That's the buzz that everyone wants from streaming. They want to see suddenly they've got no viewers and all of a sudden there's 50 or 100 people there. And they're like, oh my God. That's what they're all hoping for. That's why you see a lot of people doing these long streams because they're thinking that if they're not streaming, they're missing out on that big potential of becoming huge, And that's what a lot of people think.
Going slightly off tangent, right?
We have.
we have gone so one of the reasons I think people game a lot, especially older gamers, is it's not easy to socialize, right? As you get older, right?
No.
So people do it to solve their loneliness. Now, having done it so long, do you think gaming is actually a good way to resolve loneliness?
Yeah, it's a fantastic way. And not only that, you're in this day and age, people are more distant from themselves than they were beforehand. With gaming, you can build up a friendship with someone that you never physically met and tell them the deepest, darkest secrets and not feel any repercussions about it. You know what I mean? Whereas if you met someone in real life, you'd probably be a bit more apprehensive of saying the things that you'd normally say on the internet. So I feel that you'll have that. And people, not only that, hey, I'll talk to you tomorrow and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. There's no real huge repercussions and stuff like that. Maybe people won't make games that night, and we'll catch them next time. But like when you physically have real friends, hey, we'll have that dinner date and they cancel on you. Like there's a huge fucking meltdown. But I think it's more convenient for people now to have more online friends than they do in real life. I got fucking thousands of people who I would consider like friends or people I know right now. It's crazy. And in real life, maybe a handful of people I know in real life that I consider real friends. It's insane.
So I cannot talk on this subject whatsoever because I have way more friends that I have met through online gaming and just gaming in general than I have physically meeting people, right? And meeting people online is one of the advantages. Obviously, it's way easier to stay connected, right?
Yeah.
But is it healthier to have more online friends than it is to have physical friends?
I think whatever gets you through the day that makes you feel like you're wanted by somebody is the key. If you have online friends who make you feel wanted and special than real life friends, then who the fuck cares? If that gets you through the day, that there's somebody that you, after 4 p.m. when you get home from work, you're going to hang out with Jim and Terry from overseas to play some Call of Duty, that gets you through the day, then so be it.
You think?
Yeah, I think it's healthy. I think it's healthy to have, no matter whether they're in real life friends or friends you have online. I think it's people need to find something that gets them through the day, and having people that you feel that gets you through the day, that you can talk to at the end of the day and play games and hang out and relax with. If that gets you through the day, then that's great.
Do you know? I mean, I do wholeheartedly agree with you, right? But the problem I see with having online friends is that people just don't fucking develop social skills. Like some of the worst people I have met with the poorest social skills, and also the social mental health illnesses are always the people who kind of like shelter and shut themselves away. And I feel like people are I feel like it's on the rise. I feel like, you know,
it's tons out there. But before gaming and online gaming, they had issues already, and they've found a way to make friends online and talk about their problems. You know, they found their way of dealing with shit. Does that make sense? And that's why so many streamers get bombarded with people saying, hey, look, you know, I've had a bad day at the office, or I'm going through some emotional stress, because we're there, you know, and you get that. That's the problem there. They've already had that before the internet was here. People were looking for ways, and now they've funneled this way into it. Okay, and you have people who are more feel like they can talk to people, because we are. Well, streamers are saying this stuff. Hey, look, if you got any problems, you want to talk to me? And now everyone thinks they can talk to a streamer about it. I mean, I'm no bloody expert.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I mean, I get that. That's the streaming side of things.
Yeah.
The last subject I want to touch on this though is I feel like, and this is going to be pretty controversial. Well, maybe not. I feel like making friends online is something that only adults should do.
Yeah, look, I think kids. The whole idea of kids were growing up and you're going to school is to develop social skills. I agree with that. Right. Yeah. But now that's being severed severely because kids are given phones, tablets, games online. And not only that, they're not making friends just with kids online. They're making friends with adults online.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I don't agree with. All right. I don't mind my son and my daughter playing games with their friends who they know at school. But when they're playing with randoms, because they're talking to random people at random hours, like, who the fuck is this? I don't know this person. You don't know what they're saying to them. That's scary. As a parent, that is some scary shit. So you worry about that. And I agree. As adults, we can make our own dumb decisions because we're adults. You know what I mean? We if we fall in that category, then that's our fault. But kids don't know any better. They're still growing. They're still developing people skills. And that's what school, sports, outdoor activities are for kids, because they're still developing their brains, developing their social skills. I agree with that. I think gaming is still good to play with, but they should be playing with people they're familiar with and people they know, not random, like not Tim from Queensland who's 43 years old playing with a 12-year-old. Sorry, no.
Anyway, on that note, I think I'm going to end the podcast. So thank you, everyone. If you have any thoughts and want to let us know what you think about this subject matter, then let us know in the comments below. Of course, you can find us on @Basic Blokes on TikTok and Instagram. But until then, have a great week, everyone, and we'll be back soon with more news.
Bye for now.
Abuse.